Mansfield, the Michigan's Wellbeing Coordinator, and today we're going to make you something super quick, super simple, and something that I feel like we don't take advantage of enough. That's something that's a good little treat that can be for us, be for the kids or the whole family, and you can pick what you use, what kind of fruit you use with it, and just kind of make it your own. It's been something that we've been kind of using because it's a nice, cool, refreshing summer treat. And it's healthy, and it's better than eating ice cream all summer. Not that there's anything wrong with having ice cream here and there, but it can definitely add up, and now at least you're contributing to a bunch of different nutrients that your body can absorb and obtain. So let's get started. So what I have here is I just have a plate to put this little treat on. I have chocolate chips. These are dairy-free, soy-free, everything chocolate chips. You can get them at Meijer. You can order them offline. There's a bunch of different brands. And this is actually 100% dark chocolate. So I usually buy these so I can add my own amount of sugar to it. And just then I'm kind of controlling what I'm putting in my body. I kind of like to have control, if you haven't noticed, of a lot of things that I put in. And sometimes the stuff that they have in the store has okay ingredients, but not like always the best. So what I have here is 100% dark chocolate. You can buy whatever chocolate chips you want for this. And then I also have just my liquid stevia. It's 100%. It's not pure liquid. It doesn't have anything added to it. It's not fake or artificial. It's straight from the leaf. It's a straight extract. But you can use maple syrup to sweeten this. You can use honey. You can use coconut sugar to sweeten these chocolate chips after you melt them. If you want to buy the 100% dark chocolate chips. If you don't, then feel free to buy whatever chocolate chips you want. So that's just my little piece of advice that for today, if you want to kind of control how much sugar is going into those chocolate chips, sweeten them yourselves and just buy 100% dark chocolate. You can also not use chocolate chips. You could just use chocolate bars, chocolate chunks, whatever you feel, or you can make your own chocolate using coconut oil and a little bit of maple syrup or honey to sweeten it. So anyways, so I'm going to take these, I'm going to put these in the microwave, and you can do them on the stove too as well. Trying to keep the heat down in our house because it is so hot. Not trying to cook things in the house just to kind of control that. So we're going to microwave that. I microwave it till it gets melted down about a minute, 45 seconds, just depending on how strong your microwave is. Mine personally is a little weak, so I have to do it longer. So as those are cooking, I have my banana. I froze bananas. I broke them in half. I get them from the store. I usually get them green. If I get them green, that means it has less sugar, more starch in it. If you get them more brown, the browner they are, the little more sugar they have, but the little more banana flavor that they will have to them as well. So I kind of get the middle where it's still a little green, not fully green, so it's not that full banana flavor. It has a little less sugar in it. So what I'm going to do is you can use any fruit that you want. So we've used strawberries as well. Any berries that you want for this recipe. Strawberries will probably hold up the best. You could use apple, you could use any other freeze it and dip it, or you can just kind of use it unfrozen. I prefer frozen, one, because it holds up better. Then it's like a frozen treat. If you've ever gotten like frozen bananas dipped in chocolate from the store, this is a super simple way to get it, and it's cheaper. So this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take this and cut these into little bite-sized pieces. Just cutting them like so. I like the little bite-sized pieces because then you can kind of like just pick up, kind of have a little snack with it, and you're not eating like a whole banana like off. Eating it, and I don't like the cold on my teeth, so that's This is probably going to be about, I broke these like in quarters. Some of them are halved, but I'll probably end up using 1.5 bananas. You can use more based on how many is in your family. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to use 1 extra quarter. That's about 1 banana right there. Okay. So now that I have that, I'm going to pull out my chocolate chips, or at least check on them. Okay, so they need just a little bit longer in the microwave. So once I pull that out, this is a super quick, super simple recipe, and you can kind of have fun with it. Allow the kids to dip, lick their fingers, do whatever they want to do. But if you don't have kids and you just want to lick your fingers as you dip them or after you dip them, that's half the fun of it, half the fun of making this recipe, especially if you are a chocolate lover. If you don't like banana with the strawberries, we love strawberries. We'll use fresh strawberries for this recipe, so it's chocolate dip strawberries. And then you can kind of, like, we don't fully dip them all the way in. We kind of like almost half dip the strawberries, or even like a quarter, so just the tip is covered. And we'll just like kind of twirl it around, roll it around to get as much as we want coated, and then we'll eat them that way. And it's been super delicious, especially since we're in the, well, I think we're towards the end of strawberry season, so, but it's still like perfect time to go and pick those and get those fresh. So I would add, if you're going to use maple syrup or honey, sweeten it to your flavor. So maybe start with half a tablespoon in there, mix it around, taste it, see if it's sweet enough. The banana or the strawberry or whatever fruit that you use is naturally going to be a little sweeter. So I kind of prefer to have a little bit of darker chocolate so that I get like that almost like bitter flavor with the sweet flavor. But if you're a real sweet person, or you like them both not like bitter chocolate, then sweeten a little bit more. So taste it out, but use like either a half a tablespoon to a tablespoon to sweeten your chocolate. I have about a half a cup, or actually a fourth of a cup. I was gonna say I was gonna double the recipe, but I ended up not. So I'm just gonna put a couple drops in, one more good measure of that, and then I'm gonna mix it around. So mixing it, you can use whatever bowl you want. Taste it to make sure it's to my liking. Okay, so this one has a little bit more bitter, but still a little bit of sweet flavor. And I know these bananas will help balance it out because they tend to be sweeter. And I just take the banana, grab it like so, and I rock it around, pick it back up, put it on the plate. Same thing, rock it around. That one kind of broke apart, it was a little thinner one. That's okay. Same thing, rock it around, pick it up, put it on the plate. So you're going to do that to all of them. And then what I will do, I will put them back in the freezer, uncovered. Just put them in there as long as you want. I just kind of put them back in there to really have the chocolate set up. And as I have these out, they're kind of like thawing just a little bit. I'll put it back in there for about 15, 20 minutes just to really make sure everything like sets up. So this is something fun, just to do a little treat. Like I said with the strawberries, I just cut the tops off and then I just dip a little bit of them into the chocolate. And you'll have leftover, if you do have leftover chocolate, I take it and I just cover it over the bowl. If you have like one of these little pot lids, I'll just put it over the bowl, put it back in the fridge, and then I'll use it for the next whatever thing that I decide to put my chocolate on, or to use my chocolate with. So have that. So have fun, feel free to use whatever kind of chocolate chips. You don't have to be like me where you have to control a lot of the things that go into them, but it's just kind of how I kind of prefer it. And the fun part is always the person who gets to lick the spoon after you make these. It's usually my fiance who's the one that licks it, because he is the chocolate fanatic. So, just a couple more. You can even do this with blueberries, so frozen blueberries. You could just like drizzle it over them or toss them in there, get them covered, and then that could be another like frozen. So I know at the store you can buy like chocolate covered blueberries, which they're kind of like, they're blue, they say they're blueberries, but they're more of like a pasty blueberry. They're really mixed with some other stuff. So those would be fresh chocolate covered blueberries. And this is your little bit of sweet treat for the day. So then I'm going to take those, set those in the freezer surface, let them freeze for about like 15 at least minutes, just to let them set up. You can set them up for a little less and they will still taste good. I just like to set air on the longer, just to make sure everything's really frozen, really solid. But you'll notice, as you can see, the chocolate's already frozen up because it touched it's on a cold surface. But I will put those back in the freezer, let them set up a little bit longer, and then there you go. There's your beautiful little sweet treat. You can make this for any gathering too. People would love them. Use whatever fruit you